Pop quiz. Name a vehicle that has a terrible ride, a cramped cabin, is comically loud on the highway, guzzles gas, costs up to $70,000, and is the best-selling plug-in hybrid in America. That's right, the 2024 Jeep Wrangler 4xe, a vehicle that only Americans could love, and I mean that in the best way possible. Here is an SUV that manages to combine ancient vehicle dynamics with the latest in modern automotive technology. It's as absurd as it is awesome, which we'll get to momentarily. But first, would you kindly click the subscribe button below? Everyone here at the Empty Garage thanks you. The Wrangler 4xe presents something of a conundrum for automakers. On the one hand, it outsells every other plug-in hybrid currently on the market, which is admittedly a small pool. It is also the most popular of all Wrangler variants, and that is a very large pool. So, it seems folks are happy to buy a hybrid as long as it makes them look cool and seem like they're ready for that oh-so-popular adventure lifestyle, which literally none of the other plugins on the market can match, at least not to the level of a Wrangler that can be driven without doors, a roof, or a windshield. What makes this modern meets old Wrangler so popular? I would argue it's the benefit of having a 21-mile all-electric range. That doesn't sound like much, but hear me out. Now, Jeep advertises the Wrangler as being used to traverse the Rubicon on a daily basis by 100% of owners. But come on, we all know most people only buy these things for the image boost. So when most of your Wrangler time is spent driving around town on kid duty, errand duty, and filling up the gas tank, you can really take advantage of that all-electric range. Then when you actually decide to hit the trails, your Wrangler is ready to guzzle gas and get to work. And credit to Jeep for keeping this hybrid up to the trail-rated reputation. To get there, the 4xe, as with every Wrangler before it, still features body-on-frame construction. It continues to ride on a pair of solid axles, and it still uses recirculating ball steering. The 2024 Wrangler can't match the 2023 Tacoma with rear drum brakes, as the Jeep boasts 4-corner discs. But when it comes to a numb chassis and a steering wheel connected to the driven wheels by cooked spaghetti, the Wrangler has few equals. It is truly a one-of-a-kind vehicle. So yes, this modern-ish Wrangler still brings the cool guy reputation while sporting the plug-in hybrid dork badge of honor. As noted, for maximum coolness, all 4 doors and the roof can still be removed, and the windshield can still fold flat for those that love eating flies. And with the new for 2024 Rubicon X 4xe variant, this Wrangler has serious off-road credentials. We'll get to that in a second, but first, let's take a look at what makes these highly popular Wranglers tick. It all starts with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder internal combustion engine. Just like the motor you can select with a standard Wrangler, this mill is good for 270 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque on its own. But in 4xe spec, the gas motor gets sandwiched between a pair of electric motors. There is a 44-horse unit up front that connects via an accessory belt, and a 130-horse unit around back that takes the place of the transmission torque converter. These electric motors are powered by a 17 kilowatt-hour battery pack that lives under the rear seats. Put it all together and total combined output comes to 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Impressive figures. Less impressive, according to Car and Driver, is the clunky transition between electric, hybrid, and straight-up gas-powered modes. But it's not like the Wrangler drove like a Bentley before Jeep stuffed all this tech in it, so a little extra clunkiness isn't such a big deal. What do owners get in exchange for said clumsiness? Well, along with 21 miles of driving around on electrons, the Wrangler 4xe is good for the equivalent of 49 miles per gallon. Now, a Toyota Prius plug-in or Prime scoffs at this figure, as it can manage double the electric driving range and 114 miles per gallon equivalency. But it's a Prius, and the Wrangler 4xe only manages 20 miles per gallon without the benefit of batteries. So in the right context, this is a staggering level of efficiency. Will you hit these marks if you indulge in 5.2 second 0 to 60 sprints? No, but given that recirculating ball steering, potential for 33-inch all-terrain tires, and 11 inches of ground clearance, you'd have to be something of a lunatic to try that anyway. Of course, these are the kind of statistics that make a Wrangler, so we say go for it. And Jeep isn't slowing down or making concessions to the Wrangler's reputation. If anything, they're going harder and making the Wrangler 4xe more extreme, as evidenced by a slew of updates for the 2024 model year. The new Rubicon X variant highlights this. Like its standard Rubicon stablemate, this range-topping 4xe comes with a heavy-duty full-float rear axle, replacing the outgoing semi-float setup that was essentially one conjoined part. The rear axle shafts now float independent of the wheel hubs. Along with improving camber stiffness, overall durability, and ease of trail repairs, this update bumps the tow rating up to 5,000 pounds, a 1,500-pound increase. Jeep has also added a winch-capable steel bumper to the Rubicon X to go with heated front leather seats, beadlock-ready wheels, and a forward-facing trail camera. That winch would be of the worn variety and offers an 8,000-pound rating. As it can be installed at the factory, Jeep had to redesign the iconic 7-slot front grille on the 2024 Wrangler. These slots are now a wee bit shorter to ensure they're not blocked when the winch gets bolted on. Now, this fully loaded Wrangler 4xe will set you back more than $72,000 to start. But at the other end of the spectrum, a new Sport S model joins the plug-in lineup for about $20,000 less. And like every 2024 Wrangler, it comes with a new 12.3-inch central touchscreen to replace the puny 5 and 7-inch units on previous models. Those looking to do some real off-roading on a relative budget should check out the updated Willys 4xe. No longer just a cutely named package, the 2024 Willys Hybrid now comes with 33-inch off-road rubber, a locking rear end, and steel rock rails. If it's the G-Wagon vibe you're after, get a load of the Wrangler 4xe in high-altitude duds. The exterior matches your chosen color, we recommend no-cost white for full effect, across the mirrors, door handles, bumpers, and hardtop. 20-inch wheels look sporty, and in another 2024 update, these high altitudes boast 12-way, power-adjustable front seats. So what? Well, even these street-styled Wranglers can technically wade through 30 or so inches of water, which would put the seat adjustment bits under that water. But they're now designed to handle it, which is pretty cool. The real question here is whether or not it's worth the extra cash to get yourself a plug-in hybrid Jeep Wrangler. For reference, the cheapest standard 2024 Wrangler starts at less than $34,000, or some 20 grand below the entry-level 4xe. Now, that is for a two-door model with steel wheels and hand crank windows, but still, these 4xe's are expensive. That said, I can see the appeal. For those that are truly taking their Wranglers off-road, a basic model for well under 40 grand will get the job done. But if you're like most masochistic Wrangler owners that use their Jeep for commuting and other daily driving tasks, the 4xe is the perfect vehicle. You get all the ancient engineering that makes a Wrangler both miserable and amazing in the same breath, along with a healthy dose of modern efficiency. Sign me up.